Hey guys, Fantasy Warrior 6 here again with another Game Finds video. I do have an announcement. I'm just going to say it real quickly just to kind of get, I have a story and an announcement. So the announcement is this will be the last Game Finds for a while because of the Portland Retro Gaming Expo coming up and my need to save even more money. And I don't know how much I'm going to have just yet. I might be a little lower than I thought I was going to be. But right now, currently, we are going to go on hiatus. It's going to happen. So it's going to be Game Finds hiatus till October of Portland Retro. Now there might be still, like I did last year, a couple videos that will pop out randomly maybe if I find a really, really good deal. That's always the rule. If me and Jason do find a solid deal where it's ridiculous, we do go for it still. We do try to get it. But if not, we're not going to be buying as much as we used to. The money is going to be saved for the Portland Retro. So until further notice, Game Finds will be going on hiatus. We will try to do maybe 2 videos a week though, or something like that, like top 10, or at least a video a week on Sunday. I did start my new job just recently on Wednesday of this last Wednesday. So I'm kind of scatterbrained a little bit just because new job, new environment, learning new things, doing new stuff. So just it's like, oh, everything's hitting. But we did have a relatively good haul. I went to a couple garage sales, and I got a couple video games, and I got a funny story. So first, I'll jump up into the garage sale stuff. I picked up from my brother Daniel was having a garage sale in his area, and he has a few games I've always wanted. He was selling them, but he didn't sell what I really wanted, so I definitely bought just a select few that I wanted from him. He gave me a really good deal. It was $15 for everything he sold me. But he sold me his old brick Game Boy. I actually did not have one of these, surprisingly. I thought I did, but I did not have a brick Game Boy. I had everything else, basically. So, glad to have a brick. Came with the back. No batteries, but, you know, that's better than nothing. No battery corrosion or acid or anything in the back. Works great. I've already tested it once, so works great. Love it. You know, it's my brother's old one. So, I got, you know, it's kind of keeping it in the family. Next up, that I picked up for $5 because every item was like $5 since it was $15 altogether. Picked up the Bouncer from Squaresoft. A lot of people say this guy looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Kind of does, really, if you think about it. It is complete. My brother and I used to play this game quite a lot, quite a great deal. The Bouncer, I don't know if anyone knows, is a beat 'em up where you run around and you beat up guys. It's a fighting game, kind of like Fighting Force a little bit. It's a big jump, but if you ever played Fighting Force, it's a little like that and stuff. But if you ever get a chance, try out Bouncer. It's actually a fairly decent game. I personally think it's probably a very underrated PS2 title. A lot of people know about it, and if they do know about it, they don't think much of it. But I think it's actually a good game. The story is a little weird, especially towards the middle and end. So it's a little hard to kind of follow. And some of the character designs are a little odd. Like the guy with the horns is kind of weird looking. So, pretty cool. It's my brother's old copy. And the last game he sold me for $5 was Worms Armageddon. We used to play this game together as kids. The manual has definitely seen better days. I think we spilt soda on it once by accident. So, but it is all complete. It is all there. Worms Armageddon, Black Label, $5, not bad. It's a fun little game, you know, keeping it within the family. So it's good to keep those games. He had other games out there, but they were mostly sports titles and stuff, and I wasn't going to waste my money on that stuff. So next up, I picked up a Craigslist deal. I emailed this guy a while back, and he was kind of like, he had some good stuff. He had like Chrono Trigger, and he had a few other games, but he didn't have a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff I already had. Besides Chrono Trigger, he didn't have anything else that was like, oh my gosh, I need that of like really rare. So I was looking at some of the other stuff. I'm trying to really kind of boost my Super Nintendo collection up a little bit, like really add to it, get some decent titles in there. So I picked up 3 games for him, and for three games I paid $30. So if you think about it, it was like basically $10 a game. So the first one was Ren and Stimpy V-Dots. Ren and Stimpy V-Dots. Pretty cool. Really good condition. Not anymore, but it's okay. Super R-Type. Funny enough, Jason got this game, but he got it boxed and complete. Sadly, mine has a little damage on the back a little bit with some sticker damage and stuff. But Super R-Type, not bad. Still a good game to have in the collection. And the last game, and I just need to glue stick it a little bit and fix it up a little bit, but it'll be perfectly fine. It's a definite must-have if you're a Super Nintendo collector, and it's a great game, is UN Squadron. on Super Nintendo. So I thought this definitely made the deal worthwhile. I did not own UN Squadron, and everywhere else has it for $20. So basically, I got it for 10. So I definitely paid like a little under in our area because for us it's like $17.99 in our area for UN Squadron. Now I got UN Squadron. I got Gradius 3, so I definitely got, as Super R-Type, I definitely got some great shooters. So next up, I got kind of a story. We went to a video game store, and I was sitting there, and there was all these games, and I was looking around, and it was GameStar, but it was a different location. It was a location with this girl that I had, long story short, there was a video game deal I got from a guy one time where it was a Dreamcast keyboard in it that was boxed and complete. And a couple other stuff like Typing of the Dead and stuff. I emailed that guy and I got the deal. I got it, and then I found out later that a girl that I know that works at the GameStar actually went for that same exact deal. But she could not afford to buy the same stuff that I had bought until later in the week. Well, I emailed the guy and said I can do it right now. He sold it to me. I didn't know that someone else had made an offer on it. So he sold it to me, and I got that deal. And then she was telling us a story about that and how she lost a keyboard that was boxed and complete. I said that I was the one who got that deal because it sounded very familiar. The guy lived in the same area. It was the same stuff. It was the same thing. So it was the same guy. So I told her that, and I didn't think I was ever really going to have to worry about that. And then when we went to the game store that she worked at, because she went from a job back to the GameStar company, she still is holding a grudge against me for what I did and telling her. So there was a game there I wanted her to possibly send down to Tiger GameStar so I could maybe pick it up later. She refused to do it because of the grudge. So, and she then, to spite me, she brought out a game that I knew I needed to get, and I was really upset at her. So I was torn between, because I couldn't afford both, I had to pick between the two, and I decided to go for this one. And then Dr. Reaper Zero Patrick is a ass, and he bought the other game like a dick. So he has the other game that I wanted, and he's holding on to it now, and I'm like, he's an asshole right now. So I bought the other game of course, and I bought Cross Edge. It's a crossover game. It's got characters from Disgaea, I think Tails. Oh, what else is there? There's a lot of characters in here. It's a big crossover game, kind of like Project X Zone, Cross Edge, Project X Zone, kind of the same idea. So it's a really cool looking game. A lot of the voice actors from the English version come back and reprise the roles. I know Etna's voice actor came back and did it. There's Darkstalker girls, the Darkstalker of course. So Morgan's in this game, and there's just a lot of great stuff. So I was real happy to get this. I got this for like $32 or something like that. So Patrick got the other game I wanted. I'll just tell you guys what it was. It was Final Fantasy Chronicles. It's the last Final Fantasy game of the anthology Origins and Chronicles. It was the last one I needed of that set, and Patrick bought it. So, but I got Cross Edge. I still think I did pretty good on that. They were basically the same price, I think. And then she gave I think a discount or something like that. She really doesn't like me right now for what I did. So that's a different story though. So yeah, that was great. And then next up, I took some games that I had picked up in a garage sale previously that were duplicates or just crappy games. I traded them all in, and I got like $16 stored credit, and I used the stored credit to pick up this Beauty and the Beast Belle's Quest. This does go for my Sega Genesis collection, so that's why I got it. It's not for any other reason. It is complete, of course, which I always try to do. It was $15 for this game. I guess it's a little uncommon, so I was really happy to add this in. It's just, another game kind of knocked off the list before the Portland Retro for Sega. Don't have to spend $15 on a, Sega game like this. Rather spend it on something a little bit more or better. So there we go. Belle's Quest, $15. It was all store trading credit, so it was basically kind of free. And then the last game I picked up was a pre-ordered game. It's on Nintendo 3DS, and since Patrick's let me borrow his 3DS, this is a perfect opportunity. I've been playing Project X Zone as well right now currently. And I picked up, it's still factory sealed, but I do intend to open this and bust it out and play it as soon as I get the chance after I finish the other game. Shin Megami Tensei D4, the collector's edition, whatever you want to call it. It came with the book and the game. This was after I had pre-ordered it from the store, the GameStar store, and then after they tally on your $5, whatever you do on your pre-order, to the thing. So it came to $42.99 for the grand total price. So I paid $43. I ended up with Shin Megami Tensei 4 Collector's Edition. Looks really cool. I cannot wait to play it. It comes with a lot of great stuff. In the back here, it looks like it's got a soundtrack. It looks like it's got a lot of stuff in here. The limited edition box set includes, so very cool. Rated M for mature, made by Atlas. I heard that Atlas might be selling to Nintendo. I don't know. I hope they do or something. I hope Atlas gets saved. But if not, their games are going to get really rare. So this was the last game I kind of picked up. And this is the last brand new game I'm going to be picking up for a while possibly. I might be picking up some in I might pick up one soon because it's Dynasty Warriors 8. I don't know yet though. I'm not a big fan of Dynasty Warriors 8. I'm going to get it, but I'm not a big fan of it. It doesn't look like as good as Dynasty Warriors 7, but whatever. That's just I'll probably still buy it just because I'm a collector of it and I play the crap out of the series. So anyways, that was it. That was our haul. That was the haul for the week. It was I think a relatively good haul. Some Super Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation 2, PlayStation, PS3, 3DS, Game Boy. An overall good haul, I think. Definitely across the board good stuff. So that was about it. So just to reiterate, Game Finds is going on hiatus once again. We will still try to come out with a video once a week of just other stuff, like top 10s maybe an updated collection on some games, on some systems. I know I've been lacking on doing that recently. I know I kind of let that fall to the wayside, so definitely probably try to get that up and running again. So definitely do that. So I just wanted to give you guys heads up as to why we're going on hiatus. I'm pretty certain some guys knew that it might be coming down the line though, just because of the fact that it's just that time of the month. It's that time where it's getting closer to the Portland Metro, because Portland Metro's in October. October 5th and 6th, and it's July, and it's towards the end of July right now. We're on July 21st. Tomorrow's the 22nd. 8 days left in July. We're in August. August, September, October. It's early October. So, geez, what, 2-3 months? So, I'm hoping I get that money that I'm kind of owed from some things. So, hopefully I have it. If not, I'm still going to go in with a good chunk of change, but not as much as I was hoping. But we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. So, other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, definitely stay tuned for later stuff down the road. We will still do videos. So, definitely see you guys later in the week.